advocacy group, and really it stems from just as we kind of watched over the last few years, just a lot of the dynamic change in the social political climate, and those nurse shift change leaders uh, all kind of got together and were like, we need a more collective, unified voice that includes not only us but the community, and a lot of the things that are going on. And so that's how Nurses Shift Change came about. It's rooted in the framework of HES, which is humanity, ethics, science, and social justice. And so all those things are a kind of melting pot of all that we're experiencing at the moment. So I want to thank y'all all for being here tonight. In the words of the great uh, Hove, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate you for that. Shout out. I see Therese, Danielle McKinney, join Sheila. Welcome, welcome. So we're just kicking it off here and letting the group know about Nurses Shift Change and the fact that we have a rally coming up next Thursday in DC. This space tonight is just a place for us. You know, it's going to be high energy. We have individuals from all over traveling, and we wanted really to make this night just a moment too to let us all have like a collective release of just any and all things. So, Tanya, you have been a pivotal part within the Nurses Shift Change organization. So I want to just give you your flowers in that and just kind of share from your perspective.
Thank you, Michael. Peace and blessings, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here with us this evening. So my co host kicked it off and he introduced you to Nurses Shift Change. Like he said, we're rooted in humanity, ethics, social justice, and science. And from this movement, advocacy through art developed. Um, it's a way, so I have a couple of points regarding the advocacy through art program. So I got to move this over so I can get to my notes. A couple things to know about advocacy through art. It was developed from the thoughts that art is the purest essence of humanity. It speaks a universal language which amplifies our voices in advocacy. We hope to bridge gaps and affect change. Creatives are often the ones in the community creating activism motion, and art is always a part of that activism and advocacy. Whenever you see activism, you see drums, you see signs, you have murals, and art is healing, and healing is an art. So we had our inaugural rally last year in honor of the Nursing Code of Ethics. And as Michael said, we're doing our second one next week, a week from today. And as we were putting together, organizing, doing seminars and education, I'm not a nursing professional. I'm one of the only core members that's not. And just developing this movement together, we saw a need to bridge gaps between the public and nurses, and we're all one. So these are advocacy through art is different ways where we explore those concepts, and use them to affect change. And so then through that, Danielle, one of the co-founders, she told me about Michael. She was like, he's a dope artist. I really would like to get an open mic pop in. And so she linked us up and he came up with the theme that we have tonight, which is a very, very powerful theme, POV, power of vulnerability. And I'll pass it back to Michael so he can tell you more about that.
I think Tanya, did you want to kind of lead off of what you were saying as far as you wanted to tell the group as our starting point regarding vulnerability, or you want me to kind of touch base on the theme and then pitch it back to you? You know what I'm talking about? The as far as what we want the group to kind of consider for the evening.
Oh, yeah. So for POV, we want this to be a container where you can just don't have to be polished and you can just have raw vulnerability, share your art. And one of the things we're hoping for everyone to think about tonight is what is it that is holding you back from standing in your power of vulnerability? Oftentimes, people see vulnerability as weakness, but we're going to be exploring different themes regarding that tonight. So, throughout the evening, if you could think about what has prevented you from standing in your power of vulnerability, and then we're going to circle back towards the end.
Yeah, thank you. And so, just want to make sure everybody knew in the chat, I put the open mic sign up sheet. It's a small group of us, so it could be as informal as it need to be. If you want to raise your hand as well and just say, it's something I want to share. This space is is not just for quote unquote the artist, right? If there is something on your mind that you want to share and have a collective space in that theme or idea and exploring it, this is it. Like I said earlier, some of y'all weren't here. I don't care if you perform at Carnegie Hall or if you only perform in the shower with your dog present. Really, this is a space for us to all just connect, right? And so to what Tanya was saying, when we were talking about the theme for the open mic, for me, from my standpoint, I was thinking about, okay, what nurse shift change kind of means to me, the space where we're currently at, and one thing I kept kind of coming back to is that, like, this is a learning experience, right? Like, even in a social political climate, it's like civics, which you learn very, very young age, like, is a learning experience. You have to re kind of learn all these things that you kind of take for granted in a day to day. And in that process of learning, there's this other voice that pops up, which makes you feel like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, right? So as you're learning, you want to share and disseminate that, but then you have that other counter voice that's telling you, you don't know enough. You don't know enough to share. And in that, I found myself going, no, no, I'm actually the right person to share because I am going through the learning process. And I found that to be a powerful thing because learning is a vulnerable experience. Advocacy is a vulnerable experience, right? Because everybody wants to look right. And with social media, everybody clips up the part where they doing the best in the argument, and very few times are we posting when we actually have to change our position or our mentality on things. So there's a power in being able to do that, and I think that's kind of the summation of how I came to the title, or at least what I thought resonated with me. And Tanya, if you like, you can share your perspective of the theme or the title.
It's a very deep title, honestly. I have a lot of thoughts about it, but I think that the best way I could share the thoughts is if I share my poem tonight. Because honestly, other than it's I actually wrote something based off of the theme. But it's a very deep theme. But I think that it boils down to when you're vulnerable, when you're standing in your vulnerability, that is standing in your true power because you're being your true self completely. And I think that's a very powerful thing. And so that's one of the things that I kept circling back to with it. And then when we were first talking about the theme, we were talking about different things of like when you have an injury, you have to work it out. It's vulnerable and it hurts and it's sore, but it's through that vulnerability tells you where you need to heal, and by softly working that and recognizing that where you need that healing, that's where you get strength from. So it works in many ways, but I fear that if I keep talking about it, I will take up the whole hour. So
You
I could
good, you
stop
good.
it. I could stop it there for now.
Well, I guess that's the kind of the perfect segue to go. Is there anybody feeling like they want to kick it off? Let's see.
I'll rap first. I'll
Hey,
rap.
you got a brave soul. Hold on, William. Before you go, I want to say this is Tanya and I first time doing a virtual open mic. So if you ever been to one in real life, there's snaps, there's there's spaces. It's a little harder to do virtual. There's a button called reaction, so make sure y'all hitting those reaction buttons. So, my brother, if you don't mind introducing yourself and yeah, just kicking us off then.
My name is Will from Virginia, and I've been rapping for a long time. I've been rapping for real. I've been rapping kind of like for so long that I don't even really rap no more. I just do like sing country and jazz and blues and all types of other stuff because it's just more fun for me right now. But like I got like this verse, and it's about I don't know. I guess we could talk about what it's about afterwards. So all right, so I think it's just 8 bars though, 8 or 16. I can't remember. Pride and ego got a lot of people on the side of evil. They will lie to keep you. They will cry, they need you, but it's all deceitful, hollow, broken needles in the soul is feeble. Love the mirror, but they hate the ocean and they judge you clearer like the end of knowing. Just another error with the same commotion, more aesthetically pleasing, but no devotion. Leaving me with just reason. That's no emotion. Season trees. My bad. That's not a freestyle. I messed up. But hold on. Hold on. Let me redo it.
Okay.
Pride and ego got a lot of people on the side of evil. They will lie to keep you. They will cry, they need you, but it's all deceitful, hollow, broken needles in the soul is feeble. Love the mirror, but they hate the ocean and they judge you clearer like the end of knowing. That's another ever with the same commotion, more aesthetically pleasing with no devotion. Leaving me with just reason that's no emotion ceases being exists without your promotion. See, your treason was bliss and my y'all be knowing. Got my elixir, I got my potion, 7 bottles of wine and a dozen roses, and I'm sharing each petal amongst the hopeless. Made this image of love, helping bring in focus and made this image of love. Just love.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. That's the right way to kick it off.
Yeah, I mean, it's about being vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you wanted to, you could, you could share a little bit more on like the inspiration behind that, or if there was,
Just trauma, just life trauma and building relationships with people and being like being good to people and dealing with their trauma too. You know what I'm saying? And realizing that they're projecting a lot of stuff on you, but you still staying there with them, and y'all are kind of working through things together as human beings. It's how you build relationships because all of our trauma starts from the formative years anyway, right?
Mhm. Yeah, thank you.
So it all starts from that 0 to 5 range where you just become neurologically wired to be who you're gonna be, and that's why you keep encountering. You kind of like encounter the same people in different places. You know what I'm saying, with different faces or whatever.
Mhm.
And you just wonder like, why do I keep encountering the same things? There's like a lot of people say, oh, I attract hurt people because I'm a healer. No, you attract hurt people because you hurt.
Mhm.
That's the reality of it. And a lot of times it's easier to help somebody else work on their stuff than it is for you to work on your own. So
Dope, dope. Thank you, brother, for sharing. And you're in a
thank you.
room full of nurses, so if anybody know pain, if anybody knows carrying burdens and brunt of pain,
Yeah.
it's a lot of the.
Yeah. I was blessed enough to be a medic in the army for a while. So I get it.
Thank you for your service. Yeah.
Y'all's job is very, very hard. And thank y'all for doing that. Cause I mean it's not even a job for real, it's a duty. It's a duty.
Thank you.
It's hard to not take your work home.
Thank you,
Yeah.
William. Yep, that's something
Thank
that I thought of too, is that nurses are with us. I mean, y'all guide us through our most vulnerable moments from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
So, and that was another thing about advocacy through art that I forgot to mention is I have a lot of, or I had, it's getting a lot better. I had a lot of fear of the medical systems. And this experience of watching the people who make up nurses shift change has been so inspiring and life changing for me. Seeing how much work everybody's putting in off the clock. That's not even mentioning the work put in on the clock. And it really helped me to see things differently. And I think that if we can see those things in each other and see each other in each other, that will bridge a lot of those gaps. And I think that will unify us into a more powerful force and, get more things accomplished. But yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you, William.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for having me. And
Thank you.
like, yeah, the pharmaceutical industry is bad. Like the nurses do like great work and really try to help people, but these pharmaceutical industries are it's completely out of control.
That's a whole
Completely
nother
out of control.
That's
conversation.
a whole nother
Whole
time.
nother conversation. Yeah.
So
Anybody up to the plate want to go next? Oh, Olivia. Okay.
Hold on. It got muted somehow. There we go. I seem like I like literally don't know how to use a computer. Um yeah, I guess I'll go because I feel like um I don't know. I've got to make myself do it or else I'm just going to be too anxious. Uh, it's nice to meet all you lovely people. I'm Olivia, and right now, other than, the art that I have done all of my life, I work with kids, and it's like my favorite thing in the whole world. And it's brought me so much joy in my life. Like I feel f fulfilled just to go to work every day. Every time that I don't want to go to work and I go into work and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of happy to be here. Like it's just like you feel so loved and like the love you give to kids comes back like a thousandfold. So you just get a lot of good out. And then the best part is I don't have to take them home with me. And like I love them and I get to love them and then they get to go home. And but I get to be a part of their lives. And it really means so much to me in my life. So I try to advocate for kids as much as I can. I teach them art. I've taught many of them how to crochet. We do origami, all sorts of stuff. So that's just something that's kind of important about me, I think, that everyone should know. Um, so I've got like a bunch of old sketchbooks through here. I've got some really old stuff. I've got some kind of more recent stuff. It's kind of going to be kind of weird to show it like this. I don't know if it's going to be backwards because, yeah,
We'll,
because of
we'll,
like
we'll
the
let you know.
screen, but I guess we'll just see. And I also have some poems. I post them all on my Instagram. I don't think I've done one in like a while, but it's really hard to get there because I feel like sometimes a poem takes a lot of sadness. And I'm glad to say that I'm not feeling a lot of sadness these days. I've been doing great.
Right.
So, this is one I honestly don't know. I think I might have done this in high school. Um, I don't know how good quality the camera is, to be honest.
We can see it pretty good.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's just like one of my little um pen arts with glitter pen and such. And I don't know, like this one, not really much to talk about, just like how it looks. But let's see what else I have. I have some other ones that are just like, oh, okay, that's like you could tell like where I was at that time in my life, and it wasn't necessarily the best place, but let's see. I did these ones. So these are three different ones. I don't remember when I did these either because I didn't put a date on it for some reason. Now I do that religiously. I religiously like I'll even put the time that I either started or stopped doing it. Like it's a little OCD. But I call
Really?
it sisters because there's three of them.
Hmm.
So there's her. She's got the weird long neck. And I use Prismacolors for these. She's got the even weirder long neck. And I feel like, honestly, there's so much about my art that like just feels not necessarily unfinished, but I kind of don't finish some things. I just kind of I'm like, okay, I haven't touched that since I started doing it, so I guess it's done. Let's see.
Olivia, if you don't mind me asking, do you think that's part of that creative brain where nothing is ever really done because there's
Oh
something
yeah. Oh
waiting?
yeah. And I mean, actually, I have something cool I could show you. One of the other things that I do is I make origami. So,
Wow.
it's called a kusudama, and you use these little units, you make each individually, and you put them together, and they don't require glue. I just like put Mod Podge or like sealant on them to keep them nice. This one in particular, I actually drew on a whole lot of these. It's hard to tell, but some of them I drew on, some of them had patterns already. But I have like a couple more of them over here. I've made like so many of these things.
And that's through paper?
Yes. Here's this one that I actually really like this one. They're very, I want to like put a little lamp in it, like a light, like one that doesn't make heat, so it doesn't light on fire, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be fun to like hang it, especially the ones with the holes. I cut up paper and made it really tiny to do these.
No, that's amazing. It's
Yeah,
dope.
and it's really fun because in reality, right? Like you can scale these things up as much as you want, like with the paper size and with the amount of units, because it goes like 30, 90, 120, something like that. It's something geometric. I'm not very good at math,
Mm-hmm.
but I can appreciate like the coolness factor of how everything just kind of fits together. And it you can fold a piece of paper in a way that just makes sense.
Right.
It's super neat. But yeah.
Mhm.
Um, I could read a poem, I guess. Let me see. Gotta pull it up.
It's funny too because those origamis, it's like each piece of paper is vulnerable, but
Hmm.
together it makes something new and beautiful.
That's like the best way to think about it, honestly. Yeah, because it doesn't work on its own.
Mm-hmm.
And before it's all put together, it doesn't stay together. Like sometimes I have these tiny little pieces of tape that I've like unstickied a little bit so it doesn't rip the paper. And I have to very carefully like put everything in place. And then once I get the final piece in, it doesn't matter anymore. It all just supports itself. So that is a lovely way to think about it. All right. Let me make sure I have this in the right order. Okay. I will read this one that is from this. I wrote this, I guess in September of 2017. So, I would have been 18 at the time. Things were a little crazy then. So here, oops, here it is. Just remind me in a second, what's my name again? I will never work the same again. You are but one living amongst the whole, and it is so lonely when you will say we, but they will never say us. As if it had been decided long before my birth, I was made purely for consumption, yet entirely too infectious, not to have my wrapper peeled away, to leave my eyelids at home on the day of the eclipse, and let the world watch, awestruck and amazed, by the gruesome sight of my eyeballs sizzling in the sun, burning and popping with an inspiring intensity, and the viscous fluid of my once cornea spills out onto the black asphalt, quickly reduced to nothing by the hands that reach from within the inferno to give sight or lay waste as it pleases. So
Wow.
that's honestly one of my favorite ones that I've written. I'm like, ooh, kind of kind of concise. I have so many of them. Like,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you for sharing.
of course.
Yeah.
I don't want to like take up all the time here. So,
We could thank you. We could open it up.
yeah.
To is anybody else ready to share or drop in? I mean, I
I'll
could.
share mine.
Oh, I was just about to say this same thing. I was like, I guess I could get on.
Oh, okay. You want to go first?
No, it's up to you. Whichever
I'm,
one. Go ahead.
I'll go first before I lose my gumption. All right, so this is gonna be like a real life practice of vulnerability because I've been writing since I was a teenager, but I've never gotten through a full poem without getting nervous and stopping in front of an audience. So let's see how this goes. But this is what I wrote based off of the theme POV, power of vulnerability. And excuse me if my delivery is not the best because I've been writing it for a little bit, but I just like constructed it yesterday and put it all together. But here we go. All right. POV, the way I see vulnerability, it speaks to me in quiet moments. Through the agony as I heal me, exercising my weary muscles. Don't leave yourself vulnerable, they say. Keep your guard up. But those hits got my reflexes lit, and I grew through it. Next time they threw it, I slipped right through it. Remembering those times when I hit the floor. My vulnerability shows me where I need regeneration. It's how I see what I'm blind to in my journey, what I need to feel in order to heal. In those moments, my vulnerability cried out to me like an infant, begging me to hold it close, hold this space. I found strength in my softness, a lion in my love, a warrior in my whisper, a gem in my grief, and a hero in my heart. I dug deeper and deeper, breaking new grounds, planting seeds deep in the dirt that grew the strongest roots and bore the greatest fruits, flowing with nourishing replenishment. POV, when I stand in my vulnerability, it's the key to me standing in my power, unafraid to be who I am completely. Vulnerability let me see that I am safe with me. I am safe with we. My vulnerability allowed me to just be me. It allows me to simply be. And that was the most powerful seed, bearing the sweetest fruits, full with the flowing juices of life, connecting to rivers of love and spilling into oceans of humanity, releasing that part of me that lives on for eternity. POV, there's hella power in me when I stand in my power of vulnerability, amplifying that strength when I recognize the same in others. POV, the more that I look, the more I can see that if I can see you stand in your vulnerability and you can see me just the same when I'm weak, then it might strike a chord when we strike on one accord. The brainstorm that allows the alchemist to transform, unleashing the power that flows in unity and leading us to the change that we seek. The strength that comes when we exercise peace. Can't you see? Love is in the power of vulnerability, and that is how we become unstoppable. Peace.
Love it, love it.
Woo, woo, woo. Had to come
Hey,
off you.
hey,
Go ahead, Tanya,
hey.
with your bad self, girl.
Thank you, and I finally made it through a poem without freezing up.
Shout out to that. Shout out to that. I think Tanya, you had the safe and we line, I think, in there. That's what I heard. And I felt like that drives home this this group, the work nurse shift change you're doing. So I'm just honored by that. That safe and we.
Mm-hmm. All right, Michael. So, do we have
So you
any?
got bars.
I know, right? She be trying to
Thank
act
you.
shy
Thank
and stuff.
you.
I guess I'm gonna go. I'm like Ty. I'll be like, yo, part of my reading, right? Because I just write. I don't really perform. This poem, I guess, back context is just I don't. I think as a man and even as a black man, our vulnerability and just our moments, like William was talking about trauma. They present in some weird and random places, and so this poem kind of is a reflection of that. It's called I Love. This is my wife, and I love her. I love her because she loves me. She loves me and lets me be me. Who loves her with all my heart and more. More like I love all of her. Her who brings me peace. Peace derived of pieces of knowing me. Pieces she loves differently. And that's different. Different in that it comes at no cost. Because if it did, it would cost too much. Too much of a burden to carry the price of what is not known, shown, prone, rolled and laid plainly out on hardwood, floors and skies. Love has no peace in this American pie. Love has no fuck. I'm a man. I'm not supposed to cry. Just lift and carry the bags from the car, honey. Heavy as the plastic rips between the palms of my hands. Hands that are supposed to carry pain, joy, the boy I once was, the man you see, and the elder I'm destined to be. carry the blame of not being the right shade, speaking in the correct tongue, and bowing to whips used to constrict me. More tears. I'm not supposed to cry. These bags been held too long. They shear under my grasp. Hands under immense pressure, my capillaries burst and float to the surface, almost to the door. Just a few steps. Steps to my wife who tells me where to be, where the bags will go, lift, drop, or hand them to me. That's all she knows. She knows it all, that all she knows of me, she loves. That's it.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
it just, oh, go ahead, Will.
I appreciate the we were talking about the trauma showing up in weird places. It's almost like we only catch parts of it though, because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's like just being a black man is like you're very, very hated here. Very hated here. Not by everybody, obviously, but I'm talking about the infrastructure itself. And it's like you really have to prove yourself to not be every stereotype that has been said about you or anyone who looks like you every day when you walk out of your house, every single day. And you can do that and you can still have a bad day because of it. So that's that grouping, that nourishment in the home, the value of the woman and the art. You know what I mean? I took that as ambiguous, right? I took that as like actual wife and like actually saying the art too, because your art is something that where you're allowed to be, I guess you could say, or you're allowed to explore more of the feminine side of yourself, right? To where you can express these emotional things that we can't show in the world. You know, so that's why I took that ambiguously. But yeah, that was beautiful piece of writing, brother.
Thank you, man.
That was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. And oddly enough, honestly, that's a real moment too. It's like carrying the bags from the car to the door. In that moment, I had that experience, right? And it's like, but you don't share it because sometimes you don't share. You carry it. So I thank you for
because you're a man. You're not supposed to share it. They tell you you're not supposed to share it.
Yeah. So thank you.
That's deep, bro. That's deep.
I'm I know you ready.
I know Danielle says she's coming. I'm excited for this.
Well, for those that know me, know that I like music and being on the dance floor. So I do want to share a song for us to listen to and invite people, if you feel compelled to move your body and dance. I know I'm about to get up and move my body because I love this song. So let me share sound. Can I just share sound or do I got to share my whole screen?
Can we give you Sharon, right? Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. All right. Can y'all hear it?
Yep.
This is my shit right here.
I'll be ready to meet you on the dance floor, so hey.
right, that joint will rock for a long time. But I always love that joint. I love songs that have like the bass 808 stuff that sounds like heartbeats. For me, it just energetically just helps move some of the just the energy of the day. And I don't know if people are keeping track of what's going on in the laws of the land right now with SCOTUS gutting the Voting Rights Act, essentially, and then with the ruling from the Department of Education officially saying that nursing will not be included in the definition of a profession, which would drastically limit loan caps for those that want to pursue advanced degrees, which a lot of us in the community that I serve, DNPs of color, we have a doctorate in nursing practice. So I'm thinking about our community, what does that mean, and the ripple effect, and have just been kind of marinating on that. But I do have a piece to share with you all. Um, I'm like, dang, I'm following professionals out here. I'm over here like novice. So this is definitely a POV moment for me. But I will say this past year, I've been really trying to um, find and own my voice. I was caught up in basically toxic working environment where I felt like I lost my voice. And then in true fashion for me, I don't know how to do anything outside of 100 or 1000. So went to 1000 and decided to put together this grassroots groups with some folks, Nurses Shift Change, and really have been punching in the air and the energy to regain my voice. So this piece is called "I Wasn't Supposed to Be This Loud." I wasn't supposed to be this loud. Not in rooms where decisions get made about people who look like me. I was trained. Be excellent. Be prepared. Be early. Be twice as good. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be allowed to speak aloud. That word sat in my throat longer than it should have because I did everything right. Degrees, credentials, letters behind my name that were supposed to translate into power. But power isn't given just because you earned it. Power notices who is comfortable who it's comfortable hearing from. And for a long time, I made myself palatable, professional, polished, precise. I knew how to say everything except the thing that actually needed to be said because I understood the risk, the unspoken rules. Don't be too direct. Don't be too passionate. Don't be too much, especially if you're already carrying identities that make people listen differently. So I learned how to navigate, how to lead without threatening, how to advocate without disrupting, how to exist in systems that were never built for me to change them until I realized that was a problem. Because every time I softened the truth, a patient paid for it. Every time I chose professionalism over honesty, a nurse burned out in silence. Every time I waited my turn, the system kept moving like it wasn't breaking people in real time. And I couldn't unsee it anymore. Not at the bedside, not in the classroom, not in the boardroom, not in the data, not in the stories, not in the faces of nurses who looked like me and who looked at me. Say it. So I did. Not perfectly, not comfortably, but truth is not supposed to be comfortable, right? I stopped asking for permission to name what I knew, that access shouldn't depend on your zip code, that education should not require financial sacrifice that follows you for decades, that a workforce built on exhaustion is not sustainable. It's strategic neglect. And once I said it out loud, I couldn't go back. I couldn't be quiet because my voice was never just mine. It was shaped by every patient who didn't get what they deserved, every nurse who stayed too long and left too soon, every student who almost didn't make it because the system was too expensive to survive. So I stand here to say nurses shift change. Understand this. This is what it looks like when you stop shrinking to fit systems that need to be rebuilt. This is what it sounds like when a nurse finds her voice and realizes it was never meant to be quiet. and I'm not asking anymore. I'm not softening anymore. I'm not translating the truth into something more comfortable for people who benefit from not hearing it. I am saying it clearly. We deserve better. Our patients deserve better. And if the system cannot hold that, then we will rebuild something that does. That's my voice. And I'm done pretending it needs permission. I wasn't supposed to be this loud.
I gotta
Period.
clap
Love
that up.
that.
I can't even snap that up. I gotta clap. Wow.
That was so good. Can
That
I say
Yeah.
hit.
something?
Yeah.
Because that really that hit, that was really good. And it like it that speaks to my heart too. Like, I don't know, I feel like it makes me feel more comfortable like sharing myself because I don't know. It's so honest, and I feel the same way with all the shit that's going on in the world, having to watch all of this shit happen in real fucking time. Like, kids dying, kids going without, their lunches because they don't have lunch money, like kids in war zones. Like, and from that to like, kids not getting the education they need. It's all a fucking crime. Like, and it's something so close to my heart because the way you make good people is by making good children. And you have to treat them like that. You have to treat them like people, and you have to love them unconditionally. They have to have your forgiveness at all times. And without that, without growing up with that, they will never learn how to be the kind of people we need them to be. So, like, your loud voice of advocacy and saying, I'm done with shutting up, that says it because I see kids from, lots of backgrounds and underprivileged backgrounds. And I see in my region where I live in, there is a lot of white kids. But unfortunately, like you still see that the population of black kids and kids of color that they suffer still more than the other ones. I see them, having a really hard time, especially because it's so white where I live. But that's another subject, obviously, that's like a big part of your beautiful poem that is really important to me because I'm a first generation American. So my mom is from Spain and my dad is from El Salvador. And my dad's a lot darker than I am. But I've, had the privilege of not necessarily having, I'm white passing enough. But it's still I've still dealt with it, especially when I was younger. So I can only imagine these struggles, and also just being a woman and not having your voice heard in general, you know, if you're a woman of color, you're probably like the most undervalued kind of person that there is out there, and it's really sad. Which is another thing about I wanted to mention in your piece, Michael. I thought it was really beautiful that talking about, the woman and like that value that you placed on it was very gentle and beautiful. So
Yeah, yeah.
I really liked all of that. That was great.
I love what you said about if you want to make good humans, you gotta make good kids. Or like, we gotta take care of kids because it's
Mhm.
true. You
Yeah,
know,
'cause you mess them up then and they're pretty messed up for a long time. It's really hard to bounce back from that. But they're most resilient when they're kids, so you have to get no matter what situation they're in, they're never a lost cause.
yeah,
I don't ever see them that way.
yeah. Thank you for
And
that.
of
Yeah.
course.
And yeah, you like talking about, oh, I'm a novice at this, and you gonna go up there and kill it.
I
I
know,
don't want to hear
right?
it
Yeah.
no more. I don't want to
That
hear
was
that.
crazy, girl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She went on that. She came on here at 8.
Yeah. That brought
Exactly.
tears
She
to
went
my
at 8.
eyes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was
Exactly. Yeah.
powerful. That was super
Thank
powerful.
you guys. I'm trying to find my voice. I appreciate it.
Hey, beautiful. So
Yeah.
I see. Oh, he's not. Is Sue the chef still in here?
Oh no, did we lose Sue, the chef?
We had looked like it was a producer who signed up too.
Oh, you know what? I think that's that couple I was talking about. We missed them.
All right, all good. Anybody? I just want to make sure we got Sue, but not there. Anybody else open to share some artwork or something that they've done?
If no one else wants to, I can share more. So I
I
have a
do
lot.
want to I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No, you're fine.
I would like to, because I've just been thinking about the power of art and advocacy, and its role in changing the energy of the world. And I do want to play a short of a snippet of Toni Morrison sharing some of her, because definitely want to give space to the ancestors around art. So if I could, let me see if I can get my screen popping. Um, Lord, this is all extra. Art. All right, let me share my screen here. Share sound. All right, let's hold space for the ancestors.
I want to remind us all that art is dangerous.
That's right.
I want to remind you of the history of artists who have been murdered, slaughtered, imprisoned, chopped up, refused entrance. The history of art, whether it's in music or written or what have you, has always been bloody because dictators and people in office and people who want to control and deceive know exactly the people who will disturb their plans.
That's right.
And those people are artists. They're the ones that tell the truth. And it's something that the society has got to protect. But when you enter that field, no matter where you are, whether it's Sonia's poetry or Toshi's music or Ta-Nehisi's, rather startlingly clear prose, it's a dangerous pursuit. And somebody's out to get you.
That's right.
You have to know it before you start and do it under those circumstances, because it is one of the most important things that human beings do. I want to remind.
Man, that's so powerful.
Yeah, and I just think that one of the things like we've been doing, and Michael has been key in helping us tap into being expansive and including arts and creativity as busting up some of the structures of professionalism, because I got all these degrees and letters behind my name, and I appreciate him bringing the color to the black and white world that we sometimes kind of like get caught up in. And one example, we held a sneaker gala at our annual conference, and he was so geeked out about getting custom sneakers. And I learned through the sneaker culture that it was low key, high key about resistance and advocacy. And I don't know if Mike would be free to share some of the insights around sneaker culture and being really deliberate and intentional, including art as a form of resistance. I would love for you to elevate that.
Yeah. I think that's a good topic. With sneakers, everybody who know me know I love sneakers. But I would say in the modern times, when we talk about representation and also making note, like you have like a Nike, Air Force who do collaboration or homage to different countries, whether it's the West Indies, Accra, Ghana, something like that. But even back then, and when we were doing this sneaker customization, Danielle, I was looking up some stuff, and sometimes with history it's so vague and random, and it's hard to find a lot of answers, right? But um, when I want to say during the women's movement and them going as far as going into work and things of that nature, at one point, part of that resistance was like not wearing heels and wearing sneakers. And it's just little things like that that you don't realize that is so um, when you have this idea, I guess, of radicalization and enough like resistance, you always see these big like big blockbuster moves, and sometimes it's just that little thing of switching from heels to sneakers because to show, right, that pushback is so important. So, Danielle, I thank you for also being open to that because, right, it's very easy to fall into a lot of the structural play and say, oh, this doesn't make sense. So, I thank you for giving us the space to be creative and play because play is resistance in itself. And it looked like Sue, the chef.
Yeah, Sue came back in the building. We thought we missed you. We were sad.
Hey, okay.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up?
All right, if you don't mind, just letting us, you got the mic. We're gonna let you rock out here.
I don't know if y'all can hear, but I'm gonna just play a few beats. I'm a producer based in VA. Looking for clients, looking for people to work with. I heard a lot of good talent out there, a lot of poetry, which was pretty dope. So yeah, seeing if I could add to the community with this music, these beats, and hopefully y'all like it. All right, I'm gonna play something. Hopefully, you know what I mean?
I don't think the sound's working.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
All right, so second.
Yeah,
I can hear.
nuh-uh.
How about now?
I can't hear anything.
All right, I might have to join from my computer. I'm on my cell phone right now, so how much time do I got left?
You need to sign out and sign back in. You go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Well,
All
yeah.
right, cool.
Olivia, if you want to share your poem, we'll have you share, and then we'll see if Sue would jump back in. Danielle, I love what you just posted regarding Toni Morrison, which is all true. Sorry, Olivia, you can go ahead. I had my moment of spacing out just now.
Oh, Olivia, you're on mute.
Sorry. No, I just wanted to figure out which one I wanted to do real quick. Hmm.
There's a PBS doc on Toni Morrison that was super inspiring. Um, I was watching it, and when she talked, I think she talked about like just writing, and I think she won a Nobel Peace Prize, right? Or I'm getting the awards mixed up. Um, but how she came to that in terms of like her 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 writing. After I watched that doc, I was like, yo, I need to. It really pushed me to want to say I need to publish my work. I've been sitting on I've been sitting on work, and sometimes you get real critical and being this real critical of stuff and be like it's not worth posting. But that's my random just thought when I was reading that Toni Morrison piece. Olivia, you ready? Sorry.
Yes. So I have two that they kind of go together, I guess, but they're two separate ones, but they're short. And honestly, these are extremely vulnerable ones, I suppose, because it is like a very, the thing I love about poetry is that you can say the craziest things, but you're not ever saying anything outright. Like it all is kind of metaphorical and symbolic, so it's like, is that what you're saying or is that what you're saying? Like you don't really know until someone explains it to you, but you can always like explore it through your own lens. So,
That's true.
simpler times, hapless perplexity and straight narrows, hugging curves. Find myself back with you sometimes. Find my body in your hands find my mouth where it shouldn't be. I don't make a sound. You are inside me and all I want to do is reach in between my own legs and fucking pull everything out. You were inside, and I don't remember
Wow.
what I was like before you. Keep
This
trying to
is
grow
sweet.
love on the salted earth. And that I wrote, that one actually is after the one that I'm going to read next. I did that in 2019. This one is from 2018. Oh, how the hands beckon within and the soul beckons without. My heart is the ashtray. You are every cigarette I smoke. I'm bound to you, relentless and revolting. From where do I amputate you? The mouth down. That's it for those ones.
Thank you for sharing. And that's the thing, with poetry and words. Sometimes it don't got to be long to
Yeah.
the point where you get to.
Some of mine are longer.
Thank you for that. And then I think Tawana Lee is that Sue the chef too? Tanya, is that Sue the chef?
Probably so, probably so.
I know Danielle said she had another song to share. Oh, let's see. All right, coming back in. Tawana.
Hey, it's me. This is Tawana. I met Tanya at the flea market.
Hmm. Thank you for coming.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm here with Sue the Chef. I'm also a CNA. I have been working in the nursing field since 2011. And I just wanted to share some things about the vulnerability thing and
Tawana,
self-love.
Tawana,
Like
you got a
we
little bit. Oh, hold on, Tawana, you got a little bit of. You got to turn off one of the mics. We can hear you on both screens. So Sue the chef and on yours, the Tawana Lee. If you if you mute.
Okay, is that
Okay.
better?
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. You go ahead. Sorry about that.
I just wanted to talk about just how sometimes like just being a CNA and working overnight, I found myself vulnerable with like falling asleep on the road, getting home and just, not getting enough sleep because of extending my energy and myself to the field. And it is such a vulnerable position that we put ourselves in order to serve the purpose and to give the care that we give. And I just wanted to express, how important self love is, to make sure we get enough rest and make sure that we do certain things for ourselves to make sure that we're okay and we're taken care of, because at the end of the day, if you don't have health, you can't have wealth. It's like you have to have health to be able to even show up for people the way that we do and the way that um we have to in this field. But I also love music. I write, and Sue is teaching me how to make beats, and we want to eventually kind of move that to helping the youth and in some type of way, whether it's through like a writer's camp or teaching them how to do beats, providing systems, equipment, NPCs or pianos, whatever it is, like to get children to tap into their creativity and also understand that these different arts that we have that are embedded in our DNA and just, dying to be expressed in different ways. Sometimes it takes something to inflict a person to get it out of them, and I feel like children need to understand how to tap into that. And so with my journey with music, that's where I want to go next with it. Just really teaching them how to tap into themselves and pull that creativity out and learn how to use it to, if it can support them and make an income off of it, like break generational gaps and build generational wealth. I do real estate, I do CNA work. I'm in school right now to become a massage therapist. So I'm in the path of like entering into like building community and healing and being healthy, you know. So I just wanted to share those things. I told Tanya I would be more on an expressive side of discussion, but hopefully if we can continue doing this, we can have more visitors, and I'll eventually do some poetry or spit some bars. I did a few beats the other night with Sue. I could get him to play one of those, but I'm gonna let him go or whoever else wants to take the platform. But it's really nice to be a part of this, and I appreciate everyone that was a part of coordinating this and showing up tonight. It's been really, really nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, T. Thank you for coming through.
You're welcome.
Sue, you think you the beat might work now? Or the sound, I should say.
Y'all can hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Testing one. Hold on. See if I can share my screen. Ooh, y'all can see my screen.
Yep. See the screen.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So this is what I do. I use FL Studio. I can do a quick demo real quick. I can still see the screen.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the demo. So I'm gonna go to a project we was working on. And this is it right here. Hopefully I can hear the audio clear. Let's see.
There's no
Turn the
audio.
volume up. Turn the volume up a little bit.
You gotta
Maybe
hit
it'll
the,
come through if you.
you gotta hit the share sound button when you're sharing your screen.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I can hear that.
Nah.
I can hear it.
Nope.
Unfortunately,
What did you
not.
what did you say, Daniel? You got to do what?
The share sound.
Yeah, when you share your screen, it's a little small check box on the right hand side that says share sound.
Let's see. You see it?
So stop sharing and then reshare again. And before you hit the share button on the right
Oh,
hand side, it says share sound.
Oh, perfect.
all right. So I'm gonna go to another project. Y'all can hear the sound. Y'all can hear me clearly.
We can hear you.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, we get yeah.
Let's see. Let's go to motivational. See what this sound like. Hear it?
Nah, it's coming in choppy. It plays a little in the beginning, but then nothing right now. Nah, it's still not. Still.
Yeah. I wonder why that is though. Danielle, were you on YouTube earlier?
Yeah, yeah. I think she was streaming sound through YouTube.
All right, did y'all hear that?
You weren't
No, we
able
can't.
to.
Do you
No.
got
Oh,
anything on YouTube?
No. I'm just starting out, on the I guess on the marketing and promotion side.
you
Let's
All
have.
see.
right.
Let me do it
So
again. Hold on.
So
Shit.
why he trying to get the sound together? I have another poem that I can read. Um, I wrote this
Yeah,
a minute ago. Um, I was part of this workshop where one of my mentors, Vaughn,
probably
told
do.
me to do this.
Yeah.
Uh, we had to engage in this 14-week learning how to speak on stage activity. And it was one of the most healing and therapeutic moments to be able to stand on stage and share things that I never realized how cathartic and therapeutic it would be to be on stage in front of like a rack of people with all these lights. But it's something about like the lights just kind of like blind out everybody in the audience, so you just kind of feel like you're just with yourself. And so one of the activities to help us get grounded in just kind of ourselves and like our own story was crafting these like I am poems. And so they had like some prompts to help you kind of think about what you are or what I am. So this poem is just called I Am. I am that civilian, small town within that Marine military base named Q Town, an impoverished place of transition, split from the road of success and failure by railroad tracks, one side full of lost souls, one side filled with promise and hope of self exploration, but ultimately a hiding place for all to find their way. I am from the school of thought that you represent your family and your ancestors wherever you go. Don't let nobody speak for you or speak your name. I am from to whom much is given, much is required, and that you follow your passion that reveals your purpose. I am from that sweet, savory peach cobbler, lovingly made by my grandma, her fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and gravy too. I'm from the crabs that we would spend hours cracking, eating that brought the family together to dine in unity, harmony, and peace. I'm from the bland taste of Brussels sprouts, bitter taste of beets and chitlins. I'm from the makeshift forts that hid me from the tumultuous life where my drunken stepdad would come home in the early dawn of the new day, intoxicated from the night of numbing his unhealed soul. I'm from hiding in my closet, reading book after book that revved up my imagination, that expanded my hopes and dreams. I'm from Q Town, where we lived by the water, peaceful and serene, but it held so many secrets. I'm from 7703 Eagle Avenue. Enough said. I'm from hiding out at the boat docks, joyously dangling my legs over the pier, peaceful yet on edge. I'm from the railroad track, stepping from one side of life to the other side of life. Potential, promise, pain, and perseverance. I'm from the mall, strangers, God, spirit. I'm from family. I'm from riding bikes, free in the middle of the road. I'm from the go go that saved the souls of our youth and healed the souls of adults that had voids in their hearts. I am hide and seek, musical chairs, dirt bikes, and this is Jeopardy! I am the stereo system blaring Michael Jackson's album Dangerous on repeat. I am that hot pink carpet that I didn't want to leave when we had to move from my childhood house. I am Daffy the duck, my first pet that bit everyone except for me. I am that orange Mustang that only ran when we blasted the heat to prevent it from overheating. I'm from 3141 Antrim Circle, the first house we had that secured our safety and liberation on the other side of those railroad tracks. I am Debbie, Imani, Darlene, Miss Miller, Coach Stearns, Dr. Davis. I am Shelley Lynn McCamey. I'm from the hopes, dreams, and unplanned decisions that had to be made. I'm from success where there was no success. I'm from good things that grow deep, strong, and light. I am.
Hey, love it. I know you started off talking about, oh, I don't do no poems. And look at you talk about, I just
And
wrote that
another
like
one.
just now. Like, yeah, just now, y'all. I just
You're
wrote
really
that.
good.
Uh-huh. But I wanna make sure I'm mindful of time too. We want to run to about 9 o'clock my y'all time, Eastern time, 8 o'clock my time, and 5 o'clock
Ooh.
Cali time. Sue, I want to make sure I give you an opportunity to see if this works, but I also want to say, Tanya, you can speak to that. We do want to continue holding space for something like this. Sue, I'd love for you to try again. If not, we can just collectively talk a little bit and be, just trying to be mindful of that time. So, Sue, let me make sure. You should be unmuted, but I don't hear you. Oh, let me see. Oh, you muted. You want to try again, Sue? And you're on mute right now. Oh, all right. You off?
Can you hear it?
Yep, I can hear you. But still not hearing the music.
Man.
We don't get it. Like I said,
All right, y'all can hear it?
that
All
try.
right. No?
Nah, I'm not
Not
hearing
coming
nothing.
through.
We just gonna say the universe don't want you sharing your stuff on the internet right now.
Nah, so yeah, what we'll do is, yeah, man, we'll have you we'll get it working next time. Like I said, Tanya and I talked about doing this again. Hopefully we can get it locked next time. Danielle got another song. All right, we might use that one to lead with.
Hold on, real quick though. Danielle,
Yes.
could you do me one favor since you figured out the whole YouTube thingy?
Yes.
Could you type in Kaelo?
Willie, he's trying to
I just
promote
wanted
his
to
music. You follow him on Kalo
no, but no,
1777.
but I want. Can she play the song?
Tanya
Is
says
that okay?
no.
Not
Tanya
right
says
now,
No.
no.
William. Because the only thing is, I don't. It might cut off at 9 o'clock.
The
So
facilitator
Okay.
says not at this time.
the website is
Okay.
in
Willie's
the
family, so that's why I'm speaking to him like that. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, okay.
the website is in the chat, y'all. So it should play if we go to the website, right?
Yeah, Tanya actually made that website for me.
Okay.
There's a song called Clark, and the reason why I wanted it's about vulnerability though. The song is about Clark Kent and Superman, and like how like Clark Kent wants to tell Lois Lane that he's Superman, but he can't tell her because if he tell her, she's already in love with Superman, but she thinks he's weak. You know what I'm saying? So it's about vulnerability. That's why I wanted to play the joint. It
That's what's up.
wasn't about the promo.
We
And
got the.
then,
Oh, go
oh,
ahead, Tanya.
What
sorry.
what
That
does
way
Tanya
we.
want to do? I have it up if Tanya wants me to play it.
Oh yeah, we can play it. The only thing I was gonna do at the end, we were just gonna do like a release, a waterfall release. That thing that's been holding you back from standing in your power of vulnerability. We're gonna all put it in the chat and do a waterfall and release it to the full Scorpio moon. Let it take it away. But we can do the song. We can do the song first.
Okay, I got it
Thank
up.
you, Tanya. I appreciate it, and thank you, Danielle.
You're welcome.
I'm just following the leader here. This her show.
It's a song. The song is called Clark. Yeah, that's that one.
Oh, yes, Willie's song. You got me, Willie.
I didn't get you.
so used to hiding in the background that I never make a single sound. Every time they look, I look down. Try my best not to stand out. I've been living in a small town with a weight I can't put down. Every mirror show me both now, but I can't let it get found. You see the curse of a gift. I keep walking like it's alright, even when I don't feel right. Every day and every night, same one out of sight. I only ever want his life, while he only wants mine. We're the same by design, but we live separate lives. She's so used to looking for a Superman that she walked right by Clark Kent. I guess to her the fame was more important than what the name truly meant. She's so used to looking for a Superman that she walked right by Clark Kent. Clark Kent only wanna be Superman, and Superman wanna be Clark Kent. Clark Kent. I'm so used to living in the skies now, never really asking why now. Every time the crowd get loud, I just fade into the clouds. All these problems never calm down, still I feel so locked down. Every time I come around, I can't say it out loud. He keep wishing he could fly, while I'm wishing I could hide. Same face, different side.
All right.
Nice,
I like
nice.
that. The Superman, she walked by Clark Kent. I feel like, a lot of times people do that. They don't realize the amazing people they encounter just because the title ain't there. So, we'll
Absolutely.
That's exactly what it's about. Because everybody has a Superman in them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but sometimes you need the support to bring that out of you.
For sure.
That's why that song was written that way. But thank y'all for listening. I appreciate it.
Thanks for sharing.
Tanya, I'm gonna let you close this out. March 7th, next Thursday is gonna be our rally. Make sure you support if you can attend in person. It's gonna also be streamed, I believe.
Yes.
So
at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. And like Michael said, if you can't make it, we'll be streaming Nurses Shift Change on all platforms. And if everybody wants to put what they want, anything they want to release, that's holding them back from their power of vulnerability, you could put it in the chat now. I didn't really think too much about it. I'm gonna just put something. And then everybody go. We got disorganization, fear, anxiety, lack of clarity, heavy, people pleasing, trauma. We releasing all of the haters. I know that's right. Get the haters out of the way. We release that. We rebuke that.
Yes, sir.
Being your true self, being true to yourself. Nice. Focus, doubt.
Dope.
Yep. Judgment. Detachment.
Broke. I love being broke for sure.
Being broke.
Not just financially, spiritually, emotionally, everything, right? So, and then Tanya, if you want to close it, sounding Duluth. You want to close this out?
No, that's the problem of the listener. You are not delusional, okay? You're visionary. That's all that is. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us, y'all. It was such a blessing. It was powerful. And thank you for bearing with us. It wasn't super polished, but it wasn't meant to be. So thank you for sharing and being vulnerable. And yeah, make sure you follow Nurses Shift Change Advocacy through art. And is there anything else you wanted to say, Michael?
No, I just want to say I appreciate everybody coming out, rocking with us, staying. We know there's other obligations. And to everybody that shared, thank you for opening up, being vulnerable, and making this space feel like home. So Thank you.
Yep,
Now,
and Michael, you started off with a Jay-Z quote, so I'm gonna leave with one of mine, with a Jay-Z quote as well, one of my faves. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows.
hey, peace out, y'all.
All right,
Thank
bye
y'all.
everybody. Good evening.
Love.
We debriefing or no?
We can debrief. Peace out, y'all.
I can stop the YouTube.
Yeah.
Look like it's still rocking.
Rabbit.
Or stop the recording.
Oh.
Nice, guys. Sorry, I'm at work.
Oh,
I know I had to be quiet, but I was moving. Hi.
We got 2 more people still left. Is that
Yeah.
Levy, hang up, Levy. You're not an NSC officially.
What about
Yeah, we still recording, y'all. Just FYI.
what about Hugh?
I'm not sure who Hugh is.
Mike, I think you a host. Stop the recording.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even how I stop recording. Oh, no, my record button say
Oh, Lindra James is now the host. She